Hi everyone, this November card kit from Simon Says Stamp was a very interesting one this time. I loved the papers in them, loved the stamp set, but it gave me a run for my money. But I think this is the longest video I've done on YouTube because I ended up doing 15 cards, so that's why it says 10 plus cards. For this first card, I used this very beautiful embossed paper and I cut this pretty flower from it. And for the background, I used this piece of cardstock with some gold writing on it, and I just cut out some of the leaves also from the paper, and I'm gluing them to my flower. I thought this embossed paper was so beautiful. I tried to save as much as I could so I could use it on other cards. Then I added my card front to a A2 size off-white card base, and that's it for card number 1. For card number 2, I cut this piece of pattern paper from the papers from the kit, and then I cut the sentiment out. And for the second card, I'm using just the stickers from the kit that came on a huge sticker sheet, and it's all about home, so I chose this sticker of a house, and I'm adding the trees around just to create the scene, and that's pretty much it for this simple card. For card number 3, I cut out the top of this tree from one of the piece of pattern paper, and I thought this gold foiling on here was so beautiful. And then I used my die set to cut out just a little rectangle in the front where I'm going to use some stickers, and it's actually stickers of the butterflies, and I cut out 3 butterflies. I adhere them together in the front of the card. As you can see, I'm cutting one of the butterflies from one of the stickers, and I'm gonna here layer 3 butterfly stickers together in the front of the card and just add a sticker sentiment, and that's it for card number 3. For card number 4, I'm using this sentiment and flower from a piece of the cardstock, and I framed it with some off-white cardstock. Then I used this die set from MFT and to cut out this other piece of pattern paper from the kit, and I'm going to glue the pieces like so, and then add my little sentiment there that says family. Once I add my little framed picture to the front, I'm using this piece of gold foil frame that was left back from one of the stickers, and I'm actually cutting around it, and I'm just going to use the little frame to frame the word family on the front of the card. So I guess nothing is going to waste. So that's it for this card. For this card, I started with this hard pattern paper, cut out the one with the flowers on the side. I just got a narrow piece and I'm adding to the side of the pink piece of paper, and then I'm going to use a sticker to create a bunch of flowers, and then I'm just going to add a sentiment, and that one was pretty simple also. For the next card, I create a vintage feel with some pink and white cardstock and some black and white stickers from the sticker set, and I just put them together, and that's pretty much it for this card. For this one, I stamped the main stamp image from the stamp set, and I'm adding some powder to my cardstock before I stamp it. I'm using some Versamark ink, and then using the antique gold embossing powder from Simon Says, and then I'm going to use my Prismacolor pencils to color the image up, and then I'll put the card together. I didn't like the color of the kind word in the center, so I actually used my Tombow eraser and erased it and just left it a brown. For this card, I started with this tag image. Actually cut it from one of the pattern papers, and then I framed it with some cream cardstock, and I'm gonna add some twine to it. I started with this twine, but I didn't like it. So I've switched it to a white plain twine that I had, and just tied its entire bow, and I'm going to attach it to a piece of the pattern paper from the kit, and that will be my simple card. It just says love you. For the next card, I cut this 3 sentiments. It's actually from one of the pattern papers. Choose joy, blessings, and it says collect moments, not things. And I framed them with some black cardstock, and I'm going to add it to another piece of pattern paper and adhere it to a green card base. And that's it for this card. For the next card, I started by embossing a sentiment that says thank you for being so kind, and I'm using the Simon Says Antique Gold embossing powder again. Then I cut a piece of pattern paper in a 4-inch square and added it to a 4 1/8 inch background card base in dark gray cardstock. Add my sentiment and a little heart sticker from the sticker sheet, and that's it for this card. So it's on to the bonus card. For bonus card number 1, I used the stitched rectangle set from MFT to cut out that gold embossed pattern paper in the background. And I'm using this pretty rose gold sticker, not rose gold, gold, but it's a rose sticker from the sticky sheet. And I add some foam tape to pop it up, and I'm gonna add it to that piece of pattern paper in the back. And this card was just put together with just stickers from the sticker sheet. So I add my rose, then there's a gold leaf, bunch of leaves, which I'm going to add also. And then the sentiment also came from the sticky sheet, and it's the sticker that says kindness. I added my card front to A2 size card base in that dark chocolate brown cardstock that came in the kit. And that's it for this card. For bonus card number 2, I started by stamping the word kindness and the sentiment that says your kindness is appreciated on a piece of dark brown cardstock. And I'm going to emboss it again using the Simon Says antique gold embossing powder, and I love this embossing powder. And then I'm going to add it to the pretty pink and gold background from the card kit. And I love this piece of paper. I wanted to hoard it. I wish I could get an entire paper pad filled with it. So I just add my sentiment and add it to dark brown cardstock card base, and that's it for bonus card number 2. For bonus card number 3, I started with the congratulations stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and it's also from a prior kit. And I'm embossing the congratulations sentiment onto the front of this card. I'm thinking wedding card with this one. I stamped the congratulations with some Versamark ink, and I'm embossing it again, using the rose gold embossing powder from Hero Arts. Then I cut a piece of this beautiful embossed paper, which I would love to see on a wall or something. It's so beautiful. And I add it to the front of the card. I used the MFD rectangular stitched die set to do it. And I'm adding some sparkle adhesive dots from Doodlebug, and that's it for my wedding card. I thought this was so pretty. Bonus card number 4, I used some VersaFine black ink to stamp that main kind image from the stamp set. And this is the good thing about having a Misty. You can restamp if you don't get a good image. And then I'm using my clean color markers to color the image, and then we'll put the card together. Then I used that other embossed gorgeous silver piece of cardstock from the kit to frame my image, which I also framed with some black cardstock. And then I added some silver glittery enamel dots, and that's it for card number 4. For my final card and my favorite at that, I used that pretty gold or brass embossed piece of cardstock. I cut a frame, I cut it out, and actually stamped the kind in some gold embossing powder to match. And I cut out some of the roses and flowers from the paper also, and adhere it to the front. And that's it for my favorite card of the set. So this is what I had left from the card kit. I didn't want to throw out any of the embossing papers. They were so beautiful, so I kept every little piece of it. And I'm gonna put this away and share all the cards. So that's all my beauties, and I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.